En algún lugar, algo increíble está esperando por ser descubierto. Esta es la historia de algunos de los científicos chilenos más influyentes. Labstars.
No attachment.
Yes.
Towards your own scientific field.
Exactly.
So that moment, I felt very strongly, I am Buddhist. I should not develop attachment towards Buddhism. So, many occasions, I always telling that. I learned that from one Chilean great scientist. Now, so as far as that sort of advice or suggestion is concerned, I consider you as a guru, teacher, guru.
El hombre cuya teoría del conocimiento ha inspirado a los líderes contemporáneos es científico y es chileno.
I owe Huberto Maturana a great debt. All my work over the last 30 years really is around his basic idea of the nature of life.
And I think Maturana is one of the most important thinkers in the world today. He's not well known per se, but he's had huge impact.
First time I met Huberto was in Santiago, and I think we sat down and talked for about 5 hours. And then we realized, we should stop and go to the bathroom or something.
Huberto Maturana ha logrado plantear desde el estudio de los seres vivos diversas preguntas que invitan a repensar la forma en que convivimos. En 1972 introdujo junto a Francisco Varela el concepto de autopoiesis, el cual terminaría siendo aplicado en campos tan diversos como la sociología y la teoría de sistemas.
Bueno, la palabra autopoiesis, que viene del griego, quiere decir producción de sí mismo. Si yo me produzco a mí mismo, tengo más responsabilidad que si me pasa que me autoorganizo espontáneamente.
When I cut my finger, it heals. It heals by itself. How does a living organism do that? And genetics and molecular biology cannot answer these questions, has nothing to say. So in one sentence, autopoiesis says that a living system is a self-generating network within a boundary of its own making.
La pensée de Huberto Maturana est fondamentale pour aujourd'hui parce que justement, d'une part, elle permet de voir que les choses, même les plus évidentes, ne le sont pas.
Maturana, and that was his genius, he very early on in the 1960s asked the question, what is the organization of a living organism? That he observed in the brain that the basic organization of life is a circular organization.
Because we think of our perception as being very individualistic. But if you think about it, language shapes perception, but language is collective. So our perception is both very personal and very collective.
Veo a otra persona o veo a la naturaleza y digo, yo quiero empatizar con la naturaleza, empatizar con esa otra persona.
Como los organismos que evolucionan, los conceptos de Maturana han ido transformándose. En esa metamorfosis han tocado diferentes temas que nos construyen como sociedad. Uno de ellos es la educación.
I think that the process of education can be very dehumanizing. Colonial education isn't to produce thinkers, it's to produce workers and clerks. So sometimes I think our kids go to school to become stupid.
No es que salga lo más perverso, se pervierte lo humano, pero se pervierte porque la competencia distorsiona la relación. En la competencia uno tiene que destruir al otro porque en eso consiste, tengo que ser mejor. Y al mismo tiempo resulta que el otro es el referente para lo que yo hago. Porque desde ser mejor que el otro pasa a ser el referente. Entonces incluso se pierde el respeto por sí mismo.
And Maturana is saying the right answer doesn't matter. What matters is this iterative process of curiosity, experimentation, and learning. That's how learning takes place. Learning is actually play. So I think Maturana is in some ways has made an essential argument for the humanization of school.
We teach kids in school, don't be emotional. Control your emotions. To be a good student, you have to control your emotions. No, you have to live with your emotions so they don't control you, right? So that's called maturation. Growing up and realizing, I have anger, I have fear, I have these feelings. But they're not good or bad, they're just part of my awareness.
C'est bien clair que pour moi qui travaille dans le champ de l'éducation, c'est fondamental. C'est fondamental d'abord en termes de valeurs, parce que le but d'éduquer, c'est que justement les individus puissent adopter en conscience un point de vue sur le monde.
Maturana is always saying, question things. So I think that what Maturana might do for the educational system in Chile is bring a new set of questions or encourage people to find the right question. It's not about the answer, it's about the question.
Incluso aparece la pregunta sobre cómo estoy haciendo lo que estoy haciendo, quiero hacerlo o no quiero hacerlo. Y aparece esta cosa maravillosa que tenemos los seres humanos, que es el escoger desde el saber que escogemos.
Hoy Maturana, desde Matrística, junto a su compañera Jimena Dávila, busca generar espacios que potencien y desarrollen las habilidades relacionales, trabajando para entender a la sociedad y sus procesos.
So I think we need to have a wholly new confidence that as human beings, we really can create very deep changes, but the changes start with our perception and activating, you might say, our humanness in a very different way.
So Maturana is not going to give us an answer, but he's going to establish some ground where we might find out our own answers. So I've taken his work to discover answers for my context. That's all.
The oldest symbol for mind in the Chinese language is a drawing of the heart. Only in the West did we come to associate mind with the head, the brain. So I think Huberto is unique as a Western scientist because he's showing a way for a nature of science, a Western science, because Huberto is a Western scientist that also teaches us how to live as human beings. That's a remarkable heritage.